what is the mechanism of this hypoketotic hypoglycemia? So let's see this. This is hepatocyte. Hepatocyte in fasting condition. Okay. So what will happen in hepatocyte? What type of metabolism will happen in fasting condition? Let's see this question. So what will happen during fasting condition? There will be blood glucose will drop because no food has been taken. So blood glucose will drop. And there is a mechanism in body, both in baby and adult. This mechanism of maintaining glucose is called gluconeogenesis. So gluconeogenesis. This mechanism is called gluconeogenesis. And there are two mechanisms actually maintain this blood glucose level, glycogenolysis and gluconeogenesis. Glycogenolysis, because newborn baby has very little glycogen storage. And that is why this become very important for newborn baby. Okay. For adult, okay, up to 1 day, glycogenolysis will maintain blood glucose level and then gluconeogenesis. But for newborn baby, this becomes very important because few glycogen storage is there in the liver and muscle of the baby. So this gluconeogenesis become very, very important. So what is gluconeogenesis? Questions comes. Gluconeogenesis is the process of conversion of, especially conversion of non-carbohydrate source, amino acid, to glucose. Okay, amino acid will convert into glucose, and this formation of glucose is energy requiring process, uphill process. I have shown it uphill process, and this energy, you know, this formation of glucose energy is supplied by beta oxidation of fatty acid. Fatty acid oxidation. Energy is supplied by fatty acid oxidation. If fatty acid oxidation is not viable, do you think energy will be supplied for this uphill process of glucose synthesis?
No.
No. So that is why if fatty acid oxidation happens, this will lead to low glucose, means hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia. And this hypoglycemia, and because this ketone body in liver, I told you, is formed from acetyl coenzyme A. That is produced from fatty acid oxidation. So ketone body will also not be there. So this is called hypoketotic hypoglycemia. Sometimes it is also called non-ketotic. Hypo and non, just don't confuse with this. Hypo, non-ketotic. Sometimes they can call non-ketotic. So hypoketotic hypoglycemia and non-ketotic hypoglycemia. This is the reason for hypoketotic hypoglycemia in MCAT deficiency. So because during fasting condition, glucose has to be formed from this amino acid. You can see carbon skeleton, amino group will change into urea. This carbon skeleton will form, will feed this Krebs cycle, and this through this Krebs cycle, this will form glucose like this. So we will talk about this gluconeogenesis pathway in detail in MD2. So I have just told you the overall process of, so you can see biotin is being required here in propionic acid pathway. Biotin also is required when pyruvate converts into oxaloacetate, and one more places biotin required for synthesis of fatty acid, 3 places. So this is again the same type of slide you can see. So amino acid plus energy will make glucose. This protein will supply this, and then fatty acid will supply energy. If there is no energy, no fatty acid beta oxidation, lack of energy, and then lack of energy means no glucose formation, no glucose, low glucose, hypoglycemia, and then low hypoglycemia. And because fatty acid oxidation is not happening, this will lead to hypoketonemia, means hypoketotic hypoglycemia. These are the ketone bodies. Beta hydroxy with 3 ketone bodies, normal ketone bodies are there in our body, 3 normal ketone bodies. So beta hydroxybutyrate, acetoacetate, and acetone. These are the ketone body. We will talk about the ketone body in detail in next class. So you can see. So we have defined the very important concept in the fatty acid oxidation. This is called non-ketotic hypoglycemia, or you can also call hypoketotic hypoglycemia. What is the reason? In all disorder, it can happen. Even in this hypoketotic hypoglycemia, it is feature also of other disorder, because all are related to fatty acid oxidation. So all will be related to all the common, this is common feature to all hypoketotic hypoglycemia. Very common feature is hypoketotic hypoglycemia is very common feature. And I wanted to remember this for you because the question come for this MCAT deficiency. That is why. General understanding, I wanted to give you general understanding as well as specific understanding to solve your question. Okay, so this is hypoketotic hypoglycemia. This is the very important finding of this. So you can see here also in carnitine uptake deficiency, you can see here hypoketotic hypoglycemia. And you can see here also hypoketotic hypoglycemia. Okay, both disorder have hypoketotic hypoglycemia. So carnitine uptake deficiency, and they both have the same type of finding, but there is a difference. I will tell you that difference. So these are the